Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are fine and you have done with your tuition competition that was there on 26th. You had to upload your videos. I hope you have done well. So congratulations to all the participants, and I know you are eagerly waiting for the result that will be declared soon. So let's start with the recap of the homework that we have done today. So I'll be taking lesson number 1. The exercise that I have given you for homework on page number 7. Rest of the things we have discussed. So it's exercise number D. The first 4 sentences we have already done. The next left out ones I have given for homework. So let us see what is there. What was the exercise here? Transform these exclamatory sentences into assertive sentences, and assertive sentences you have to change it into exclamatory. So we have already done 4. Let's see the 5th one now. So what is the sentence? I wish I were young again. What type of sentence it is? It is assertive sentence. So there is full stop also, you all can see. So let's change it into exclamatory now. So how will you change? Oh, that I were young again. Oh, I were young again. Plus your sign of exclamation. This way you are going to change it into exclamatory sentence. Sign of exclamation at the end, and we all know it is a strong feeling, that is exclamation. So we will write, oh, I were young again. So I wish I were young again. So this way you will change it. Next, come to the 6th one now. I have asked you to complete this in your grammar notebooks. Just check out the answers, those who have done. If you have some doubt, then you can check your answers and write it down now. Alas, man has to face many obstacles in life. Now, alas. It is what type of sentence? First of all, it is exclamatory sentence. So we need to change it into simple assertive sentence now. Alas. When do we use it? When we are very, very sad. So how will we change it? It is so sad that man has to face obstacles in life. It is so sad that man has to face so many obstacles in life. And it is a fact also that we need to face many obstacles daily. So still we are always ready to face the obstacles. So this way. Next one is, what sad news you have brought. Again, feelings are expressed of sad news. It is an exclamatory sentence. We need to change it into simple assertive sentence. So how will we do? This is indeed a sad news that you have brought. This is indeed a sad news that you have brought. So it means that it is a very, very sad news that you have brought. This way you will change it into a assertive sentence. Coming to the 8th one now. It is an interesting play. What type of sentence it is? Assertive sentence. So we need to convert it into exclamatory now. How will we do? What an interesting play it is. What an interesting play it is. Plus your sign of exclamation at the end of the sentence. Okay, coming to the 9th one. Oh, that I could fly like a bird. So now it is again a strong feeling. A wish is there that he could fly like a bird. So we need to change it into assertive sentence. How will we do that? I wish I could fly like a bird. I wish I could fly like a bird. Plus your full stop. I have already told you punctuation marks are very, very necessary in grammar. Otherwise, you lose marks. So please be careful. We had an extremely delightful party yesterday. What type of sentence? Simple assertive sentence. So let's change it into exclamatory now. Wow, we had an extremely delighted party yesterday. Wow, we had an extremely delightful party yesterday. Plus your full stop. Since we have already inserted the exclamation sign here, whenever you use these type of words, alas, wow, hooray, then immediately the sign of exclamation is followed. Otherwise, if you use with the WH family as we have used here, so it is at the end of the sentence. So these two things you need to take care of while framing the sentences of exclamation. So I hope you have noted the answers and you have understood the concept. Let's move to the next exercise now. So let's come to chapter number 2 now. I have asked you to go through after the page number 8. This you have to read. We have already discussed the rules. Just go through it, I have told you. Then page number 9, we have already discussed this exercise, that is subject you need to match with the predicate. So we are not going to take it up again. Then page number 10, there is one exercise, identify the subjects and also state the type of sentence. This also we have done. So I'm not going to take if you have not done, and for the new admissions you can just view my previous videos that I have already done with. So coming to the B exercise, arrange this group of words to form sentences and you also have to punctuate them. And then the third part of the question says identify the subject and also the predicate in the sentence. So this also I have already done. I'm not going to take it again. So coming to the C part, provide meaningful subjects and predicates for these sentences. So now this exercise I have asked you to do it for your homework. So I hope you have done it. There can be different views for this. So let's take some sentences. So there can be different answers. So I'm not going to discuss all the sentences, but I'll take one or two for example. So this was to be done in the book itself by you. For example, Dash escaped from the jail. Now who escapes from the jail? We need to add on the subject, obviously the prisoner. So this way you have to do this exercise. Then there is Dash keep pollution away. So what is it? You can write down we should keep pollution away, or you can frame your own sentences. What I have written is this one. Then Dash is the king of the jungle. We all know the lion is the king of jungle. Then the Dash drops me at my doorstep. What can be that? The bus, the school bus. So this way. Then my Dash arrived late. You can write my aunt arrived late, my mother arrived late, my father. So this is your wish. You can add on any words. The lush green grass, lush is very juicy grass. So it is, you can say the lush green grass was very tall, very big. So this way I have written the snowy mountains looked beautiful. In summer we eat ice creams, we wear what type of clothes? Cotton clothes usually. So a warm breeze blew heavily. सर्दियों में गर्मियों में जो लू चलती है उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Warm breeze. So it is blew heavily. The old lady was very kind. So this way I have done these sentences. You can add on your own answers. So let's move on to the next chapter now. So what is it? Chapter number 3. Formation of interrogatives. I have asked you to go through page number 12. There are some rules based on that. We have already discussed in the videos. Then there is exercise on page number 13. This I asked you to do in the book for your homework. So let us take this exercise. It's on page number 13 now. For lesson number 3 it is. So it will be your lesson number 3, page number 13. It is very simple exercise. Put a tick mark against the questions that can be answered in yes or no. So I hope you all have done. Just go through the sentences that can be answered in yes or no. Is your mother a doctor? Yes. or you can say no. So we will put a tick on this exercise. So number 1 will be your tick. Then number 2, where did you go this summer? So we can't answer it in yes or no. We have to tell the name of the place, maybe to Mussoorie, to Delhi. So we will not put a tick, it will be cross. So I just write down the numbers that have tick option in front of them, so that you can just check out your answers. Do you know that Paris is the capital of France? Yes or no? It can be answered in yes or no. Yes or no. So it is number 3. Then, why did you come to my house yesterday? You need to give reason. So we will not put a tick. What do you want? Again you need to answer cross. Can I help you paint the fence? Yes or no. That can be your wish. So it will be tick. Number 6. Will you stay here till I come back? That is your wish. Yes or no. So it is tick. Number 7. Why is Nitika crying? You need to give your reason. So we will not take. Does your school have a library? Yes or no, it can be answered. So we will put a tick. When should I call Nilesh? So you need to answer it when, maybe at 4 o'clock in the evening. So we will not put a tick. So only 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sentences you can answer in yes or no. So we will put against 1, 3, 6, 7 and 9. These answers will have a tick mark. So let's move on to the next page now. Page number 14. That is related to your, what is there? WH family, that I have told you why, what, where, when, how, who, whose, whom. So all this I have discussed, where to use when, it relates to time, where is used for place, whom, whose, these are used for persons, what is used for things. Then this is the exercise that I have discussed long back, so I am not going to take it. We have already discussed all the sentences. So next is arrange the set of words to form statement as well as questions. So this also we have discussed. I am not going to take it. Exercise B on page number 14. We have framed both type of sentences. You can refer to the old video if you need to. Then page number 15, I asked you to go through. The rules are there based on question tags. So I have discussed what are question tags. It's a small tag in the form of a question which uses what? There is auxiliary, number 1. Then it can have not, and then it is your always pronoun plus your question mark. This is question tag. We have done this exercise, so I am not going to take it. I have already told you it is always the opposite. If the sentence is positive in meaning, then it takes negative question tag, and the opposite, that is vice versa. If the sentence is negative, if it has negative like cannot, then it will always take the positive question tag. So it always goes reverse. It is always the opposite. Then exercise B on page number 16. Add an appropriate question tag to each of these statements. One has been done for you. So this also I have done in my previous video. You can go through the video again if you have not done. So this was again discussed. I am not going to take up. So with this we end with a first topic, that is sentences. So this was the chapter that I wanted you to complete. This was for our April syllabus. Then we have one more, that is nouns, that to be taken up next. So some of the exercise we have already done and discussed. Also some have been given for homework. So we'll be taking those exercises also. So let's see what should we do. We should take up lesson number 4 now, that is nouns. So it's on page number 18. So first page number 14, there are some rules based on simple proper noun. Then they have given you the definition of noun. Examples are there. Please go through the rules. Then common noun is discussed. Then collective noun is there on page number 19. So we have all done that. Then there is one exercise also, page number 19. If we talk of, underline the nouns in these sentences. Write P for proper nouns, C for common noun, and CL for your collective nouns. So this exercise we have already discussed. I am not going to take it. Those who have not done, please refer to my earlier videos. Then what you need to do is coming to next page, that is page number 20. There is one exercise, write the proper nouns that comes to your mind when you read this common nouns. A list of common nouns is there. In front of that you have to use the proper noun. Like for country, any name that comes to your mind first. For example, I discussed this exercise also. Country, India. It came to my mind first. So I wrote India as a proper noun. I am not going to discuss it again. Then solve the crossword on collective nouns with the help of hints and complete the expressions. So this also I have already discussed with you. I have given you the answers, so I am not going to take it. And this grid you need to fill it in your books. Answers I have already discussed here. You simply need to fill it across and down. So I hope you have done. Then there are some rules on page 21 that you need to go through. Similarly on page number 22 also you have. Then we have discussed the exercise, underline the countable nouns and circle the uncountable ones. I have already done it in my previous videos. We are not going to take it again. Then write the abstract nouns forms of these words. We have done it. Abstract nouns also I have already told you how to do. Like for populate it will be population. For clean it would be cleanliness. So we are not going to discuss again. Then fill in the blanks with the abstract noun from the form of the highlighted words. Then what you have to do is some adjectives are given that are highlighted in the sentences, like with the red pen they have written brave, honest, kind, perfect. So these are what? These are adjectives. We have to make what? Abstract nouns. So we have already done this exercise. I am not going to take it again. Then there is exercise on page number 24. What is this? Complete these phrases with words from the works. So this is the exercise related to what? Some phrases are given and you need to fill in the words. We have already done it. Then there was one paragraph. Underline the nouns in this paragraph. This again was for your homework. So since I did not give this for homework, so you can do it for today. Just mark that page number 24 is your homework to be done in the book itself. What you need to do is simply you need to underline all the nouns in this paragraph, and then the second part of the question says also state their type. We have done the 5 types of nouns. So you need to tell what type of noun it is. Proper noun is there, common noun is there, abstract noun is there, material noun is there. So this way you will complete this in the book itself. Or if you want to do it in the notebook, that is your wish. You can do it in a grammar notebook. So then there are some rules for nouns and number. On page number 25, this you will go through. I have already explained this also to you. So this is your self attempt. So just go through page number 25 and 26. So this is your work for today. So next I will discuss whatever is left out in my next video. So this much I hope is clear, very clear what you have to do, understood also, and you will just go through the rules once again, whatever we have discussed, and we are going to take up the other exercise in our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.